Welcome back, YouTubers. I am Jason Worsma, and this is the best damn fantasy football channel on YouTube. This is Tankers Fantasy Football, and today I will be breaking down some buy low, sell high candidates going into your week 3 schedules. We're going to start it off hot, but before we do that, you know we just got to kick that sexy intro off. Let's kick it.
The milkman, the paperboy, the evening TV. Everywhere you look, there's a heart.
Alright, I am back. We're going to go right into those buy low running backs. I'm thinking about a good buy low this week. Lea Michele got his first game last week against the league's toughest defense in the Jacksonville Jaguars. So, he didn't really do that much out there, but he's going to go against the Lions this week, who just gave up that huge game to the like of Matt Breida out there. So all in, I think he's going to get a lot of looks in the rushing game this week because the Patriots should be able to get a lead against the Lions. All in Lea Michele. I think this might be his breakout game. So this might be the last chance for Romance to get this guy at a value in your redraft. So all in on that. Another guy, David Johnson. People are just probably down on the dumps after he just went out there and shit on him and shit on them in week 2. I know he had the decent week 1 because he fell his ass into the end zone. I don't even think he deserved to get that touchdown. It's looking a little bit bleak out there. Coach said they're looking to run him out of the slot a little bit more, which they should start doing. They got to start taking advantage of his receiving skills. I mean, they got to start doing something out there to get their best player more involved in this offense. So I think it might be a little bit tough sledding out there against my Bears defense this week. Might be a little bit hard sledding out there for you, but I still think a guy like David Johnson just has the talent. It's still there. He's still a great receiving back and full point PPR. I think he's a great buy low right now. Another buy low, Mixon. If the Mixon owner in your league is somehow 0-2, he's on the ropes. Mixon's probably looking to miss 2 or 3 weeks. Maybe you can't afford that. So you go in there, swoop in, probably get Mixon at a decent value in your league if the owner is hurting on the 0-2 side. Another guy hasn't played yet, coming off suspension for the Green Bay Packers this week, Adam Jones. Jamal Williams hasn't really set the world on fire. Ty Montgomery is who we thought he was. And I think Adam Jones last year did so good in the time he was able to carry the workload for the Packers last year. I think it might not be this week, but I think if you can get him on the cheap, maybe you can get him off the waivers somehow in these like 8, maybe even 10-team leagues, but all in on get yourself some Adam Jones on the buy low cheap right now.
Fucking said Adam Jones again. What the fuck
I
you
got
doing?
one sell high and a little bit hard to rustle up some good sell highs right now in week 2. I got one sell high. I had Austin Ekeler, who is like the 8th. I think he's the 8th running back in full point PPR. I know he's been somehow raking it in there, getting those. Somehow Melvin Gordon is eating, and he is eating as well. But you got to look at it. He has played possibly the 2 worst defenses in the NFL, weeks 1 and 2, in the Chiefs and the Bills. So I'm looking to dial it back a little bit severely moving forward. I think he can still be a decent flex option, but he has been putting up middle of the road back end RB1 numbers so far this season. I don't think that's looking to continue whatsoever unless somehow Melvin Gordon gets hurt. So if you can look to move this guy for other guys or around or in that top 15 running back range, I think that is something you should look to do. Move on with the Austin Ekeler. We got some buy lows at wide receiver. I'm looking at it. Got some Marquise Goodwin. And I know he hasn't done anything. Hasn't even caught a pass for you this week. Heard you got that severely deep bruised calf. And I know, but no one on that offense has really stepped up and stolen his role in the 2 weeks that he's missed. So I'm thinking when he comes back, he is still all in, number 1 option in this offense. If you can go out there and get him pennies on the dollar, I would definitely give that a look. I got Chris Hogan. Even after the 2 touchdowns, is Josh Gordon news. Chris and Edelman coming back in 2 weeks. Chris Hogan's value is probably in the dumpster right now. I think you can go out there. I don't think the Josh Gordon experiment is going to work out. So Chris Hogan has some very sexy deluxe matchups these next 3 or 4 weeks. All in. Get yourself some Chris Hogan. He is leading the Patriots in air yards thus far this season. So I think he's a guy to look at on the cheap with this Josh Gordon news, because people are thinking the sky is falling on the Hulkster. We got a couple sell highs at wide receiver. Got Nelson Aguilar with Alshon Jeffrey looking to be coming back probably the next week or two. Carson Wentz also looking to be coming back. I think this might be more leaning toward that Zach Ertz, Alshon Jeffrey offense that we saw last year. Nelson Aguilar has been putting up good numbers, so if you can go out there and get a decent return on the guy. I mean, I'm not a Nelson Aguilar hater, don't get me wrong. I do like the guy. But if you can go out there and get a good return on this guy, I think now is the time to get to look to move the Nelson Aguilar. Another sell high, like I talked about. Josh Gordon is a great sell high. I mean, come on. I mean, Josh Gordon is like a hell of a drug out there. You know, we got a little taste 5 years ago, and we've just been out there chasing that dragon for the rest of our lives. You know, we're just chasing that Josh Gordon fucking high for the last 5 years. I'm just over it. I think you go on, move him, sell high now, because in 2 or 3 weeks, his value might be just completely in the dumpster, never to be seen again. So I am all in on the sell high on Josh Gordon right now. All right, what do we got? We got one tight end to buy low on. Week 1's darling was George Kittle. Went out there, got a shit ton of air yards for the Niners. Got that 100 yards receiving. Went out there in week 2, kind of took a dump on you. Got like, what, four full-point PPR points. So the guy went out there and picked him up off the waivers after week 1. You know, he got let down. You know, maybe he's in the dumps about him. You can probably go out there, get him for pennies on the dollar. I think George Kittle is a guy you can go out there and produce middle to back end tight end 1 numbers for the rest of the season moving forward. So the guy who picked him up the waivers last week, I'd see what he's looking to get, willing to take for him, because I think George Kittle is a guy who can still get it done for you week in and week out. All right, if you like the cut of my jib, give me a subscribe, give me a share, like, comment below. The likes and the comments are what get these videos noticed by YouTube to push these videos onto other people in their recommended videos. So get out there, mash that like button, hit me with any comments that you have. I will get back to you. We are on the iTunes, so you can listen to us through your commute to and from work. We are on Twitter, we're on that Twitch or whatever the fuck that shit is. We're on all that shit. Give me a holler out there at tankersfantasyfootball.com. I'll see you guys later. Cheeseburger.